The city of Melhaven was a symphony of noise and motion, a place where dreams were made and hearts were often lost. For Callie Harper, Melhaven was her stage, both literally and figuratively. A talented violinist, she spent her evenings playing in small, dimly lit bars, her music a balm for the weary souls of the city. But for all her talent and passion, Callie felt invisible, her melodies drifting into the night without an anchor to tether her. Then came the night she met Ethan Blake. It was a Tuesday, one of those nights when the bar was quiet, and Callie played more for herself than for the sparse audience. Her bow danced across the strings, pulling a haunting tune from her violin. She closed her eyes, letting the music carry her, until a single sound broke her concentration, a sharp, deliberate clap from the corner of the room. Startled, Callie opened her eyes to find a man sitting alone, his gaze fixed on her. He was tall and broad-shouldered, with dark hair that curled just above his ears and a hint of stubble on his jaw. But it was his eyes that caught her off guard, intense, almost sad, as if he carried the weight of the world in them. "Beautiful," he said, his voice low and sincere. "You play like the violin is an extension of your soul." Callie blushed, unused to such direct praise. "Thank you," she managed, her voice barely above a whisper. The man stood and approached the stage, his movements deliberate. "I'm Ethan," he said, extending a hand. "Ethan Blake." "Callie Harper," she replied, shaking his hand. His grip was warm, steady, and something about it made her heart skip a beat. Over the next few weeks, Ethan became a regular at the bar, always sitting in the same corner, always watching Callie with the same unwavering intensity. He never interrupted her performances, but afterward, they would talk for hours about music, life, and the dreams they both chased in the city that never stopped moving. Callie learned that Ethan was a photographer, one who captured the raw, unfiltered beauty of the world. His photos were a stark contrast to the polished perfection often sought after. His work was honest, full of emotion, much like Callie's music. One night, after a particularly moving performance, Ethan handed Callie a small, wrapped package. Inside was a photograph, one he had taken of her playing the violin. The image was black and white, her face illuminated by the soft glow of the stage lights, her expression one of pure, unguarded emotion. "It's stunning," Callie said, her voice trembling. "How did you capture this?" Ethan smiled, a hint of shyness breaking through his usual confidence. "I just pressed the shutter. The real magic was all you." For a while, it seemed as if Callie and Ethan were destined for a fairy tale romance. They inspired each other, their passions intertwining like the notes of a perfect melody. But life, as it often does, had other plans. Ethan received an offer to showcase his work in Paris, a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Callie was thrilled for him, but the prospect of him leaving tore at her heartstrings. She tried to hide her fear, but Ethan saw through her. "Come with me," he said one night, his voice both hopeful and pleading. "Callie, we could create a life together, build something amazing." Callie's heart ached at his words, but she shook her head. "I can't, Ethan. Melhaven is my home. My music, it belongs here." Ethan's jaw tightened, and for the first time, Callie saw anger in his eyes. "Your music belongs wherever you are, Callie. Don't you see that?" But she couldn't. And so Ethan left, and Callie stayed, and the world seemed quieter without him in it. Months passed, and Callie threw herself into her music, trying to fill the void Ethan had left. She played with a new ferocity, her melodies tinged with sorrow and longing. Her performances began to draw larger crowds, her name whispered among the city's music lovers. One evening, as she finished a particularly emotional piece, she heard a sound that made her freeze, a sharp, deliberate clap from the corner of the room. Her eyes snapped to the source, and there he was, Ethan Blake, standing with a bouquet of wildflowers in his hands. He looked different, older, wearier, but his eyes still held that same intensity. "Ethan," she whispered, her voice trembling. He stepped forward, placing the flowers on the stage. "I couldn't stay away," he said simply. "Paris was incredible, but it wasn't home. You are." Tears filled Callie's eyes as she stepped down from the stage, her violin forgotten. "I missed you," she said, her voice breaking. Ethan cupped her face in his hands, his touch achingly familiar. "I missed you too, Callie. I realized something while I was gone. Life is like music, it's not about the destination, but the journey. And my journey isn't complete without you." Their lips met in a kiss that was both tender and desperate, a reunion of two souls who had been lost without each other. Callie and Ethan's love story became the stuff of legend in Melhaven. Together, they opened a gallery that showcased both Ethan's photography and Callie's music, a place where art and passion collided. They traveled the world, capturing the beauty of life through their respective crafts, but they always returned to Melhaven, the city that had brought them together. And on quiet nights, when the bar was empty and the world seemed still, Callie would pick up her violin, Ethan would grab his camera, and they would create magic together, their love a melody that would never fade.